and welcome to the Save Ourselves podcast. I'm your host, Aparna, and this is entirely a new platform for me. I've never tried podcasting before. I'm not even sure what I want to do with this podcast, but that's what the trailer is going to be about, and we are going to figure it out together. So let's get started. So, this podcast is called the Save Ourselves podcast because this falls under the umbrella of Save Ourselves, which is like a content brand that I run. And so far, I've tried my hands at making Instagram content, YouTube videos, writing blogs, writing newsletters, which I still do. And I also have my website, which is called saveourselvesblog.com. And since we're continuing with the whole Save Ourselves brand and just entering a new platform, I thought it would be relevant and it would make sense to carry forward the name and call this the Save Ourselves podcast or SOP. And I also like that SOP has a couple of different meanings, which also seem very relevant to what I'm trying to do here. So, in the technical sense, SOP also stands for Standard Operating Procedures. And I feel that isn't that what we're looking for? Aren't we looking for SOPs in our own lives? Don't we kind of want to discover or even invent or create standard operating procedures for our own selves? I think that's what a lot of my content also revolves around. And through my videos about productivity, about mental health, about self improvement, I think that's the niche that I've tried to tap into so far. And that's what I also closely resonate with. And I think I personally am trying to find my own SOP and my standard operating procedure. And the other SOP that I'm also trying to find is my statement of purpose. So that's the other full form of SOP, more used in the academic world when you're trying to submit applications for, higher education or PhD programs or things like that. And I think that abbreviation is also very relevant to what I'm trying to do here at Save Ourselves. So through the Save Ourselves podcast, we're going to try and delve into all the different types of SOPs. That's the standard operating procedures for our own lives and finding out the statement of purpose for our own lives. We will be doing this by delving into different topics that revolve, like I said, around mental health, around self-improvement, productivity at times, finding out our path, just trying to figure out the questions of life and see if we can come up with any answers for them. This is about navigating our lives, and right now I'm in the middle of my 20s, so I think it's the right time for me to try this out and see if I can get the answers that I am looking for. I'm not sure how this podcast is going to go, if anyone else is even going to listen to it. But since I have tried my hands at a lot of different platforms before, what's one more? Like, I shouldn't keep myself from trying out something new just because something else has previously not worked out. And I think because primarily I'm a writer, I express myself best through words. The thing that comes closest to it is talking. And I have tried my hands at making YouTube videos, and it's something that I also want to continue with. But I think that's like an added layer of friction, if I say. So I think writing is like the least layer of friction, where I can, it's just me and the screen in front of me, or it's just me, my pen and paper, and I am one with my thoughts and I let things flow. The second least friction that I can think about is talking, because I'm not really talking to anyone. I'm just talking into my mic and recording it on my phone at the moment. And that's, I think, also another way of being one with my thoughts, just trying to articulate them through the words that come out of my mouth. And with video, there's an added layer of perception, of making things look good, of editing them, of just putting it together in like a very aesthetic manner. And I'm not sure if my thoughts are being pretty well articulated right now, but that's how I see the layers of friction in terms of creating content. And yeah, so I think podcasting could be like the middle ground that I can, try and push myself a little out of my comfort zone, which is writing, and also not so much where I just end up not doing anything at all. That's what my case is with my YouTube channel at the moment. So hopefully I'm able to look at this podcast as like a medium that I'm trying to explore and not keep a lot of expectations for myself in terms of having this reach a lot of people or having this go viral or just no expectations at all. It's okay if I'm the only one who listens to it. It's okay if I just make like 5 episodes and quit it. This is just an exploration, no strings attached, no expectations attached, and we'll just see where it goes. The point here is to find our SOP. So, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you got an idea of what we're trying to do here and that you'll come back next time. I'll be in touch. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.